Hi everyone, these are the solutions from the last test on circles. So this is what question number 1 looked like, and you were told that angle KLM is 38 degrees. That's this angle right here. This is an inscribed angle, and therefore the arc that it intercepts is 76. Okay, this is number 2, and you're told that AOB is a diameter, and we need to find angle CAB, which is this angle right here. Well, if you look at angle C, this is an inscribed angle that intercepts a diameter, therefore it must be 90 degrees. And that leaves you with 90 degrees for the angles at near A and B. But what they told you is that it's an isosceles triangle, so therefore this side is equal to this side. And I know that those are the two equal sides because the diameter would be the biggest side, which would be my hypotenuse. So if this is 90 degrees up here, then 180 minus 90 leaves me 90 degrees for these two angles. But those are the base angles of an isosceles triangle, and they're equal. Therefore, I can divide them by 2, and the answer is 45. Okay, this is number 3. We're told that arc AB is 132. That's this one right here. And arc CB is 46. So if we want to find the rest of this big arc over here, we can just add 132 plus 46. We get 178. And then we know that there's 360 degrees in the whole circle, and we can subtract 178. That will give us 182 for this part over here. We're supposed to be finding angle P, which is over here. So angle P equals 1/2 the big arc minus the small arc. So 182 minus 46 is 136, and half of 36 is 68. Okay, here's number 4, and we're told that arc AC, the ratio of arc AC to BC is 7 to 2. So we're going to label this one as 7x and this one as 2x. And because AOB is a diameter, we know that 7x plus 2x must equal 180 degrees. So that gives us 9x. Divide both sides by 9, and you get x equals 20. So that means this arc equals 140, and this arc equals 40. And we're supposed to find angle CPA, that's this angle right here. That's just really angle P. So angle P equals 1/2 the big arc minus the small arc. That gives us 1/2 of 100, and that's equal to 50. Okay, this is number 5. So this rule says that the piece times the piece, the two segments of one chord, the product of those will equal the product of the two segments of the other chord. So you get 50 equals 4x, divide both sides by 4, and x equals 12.5. Okay, this is number 6. We're told that arc AB is 62, and arc DC is, CD, same thing, is 56. We're looking for angle X, so angle X is going to equal 1/2 the sum of the two arcs. So we get 1/2 of 118, and that equals 59. Okay, here's number 7, and AOC is a diameter, and we're told that angle BAC, this angle up here, is 27. Well, AO is a radius, and OB is a radius. Therefore, triangle AOB is an isosceles triangle. This side is equal to this side. And we know that the base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal, so if this is 27, then this one must be 27, and that was the answer. That was what they were asking for. Okay, for this one, we're told that arc DE is 121, arc BC is 83, and we need to find angle A. So angle A is going to equal 1/2 of the big arc minus the small arc. So it's going to be 1/2 of 38, which is 19. Okay, angle P is 40. Arc AD, oh, this is supposed to be AD over here. Let me fix this. D. Okay, arc AD is 120, and we need to find arc BC over here. Okay, so angle P, which is 40, fix that. So the angle is equal to 1/2 of the big arc minus the small arc. So we're going to call that x because we don't know what that is. Okay, multiply both sides by 2. Subtract 120 from both sides. Divide each side by a negative, and you will get that 40 equals x. Okay, this is number 10. So AB and AC are both tangents, we're told, so we know that these two sides are equal. The major arc, which is the big arc, will be 220, and we need to find the number of degrees in this angle A. That's over here. Okay, so first we need to find this arc over here, BC. So we know the whole circle is 360. Subtract 220, and you get 140. So this arc is 140. And now we can say that angle A equals 1/2 of the big arc minus the small arc. So we get 1/2 of 80, and that equals 40. Okay, for number 11, you actually had to draw the picture yourself. So we know we have a circle. It's called circle O. And we have PA and PB are tangent to the circle from point P. So if this is point P, we'll have a tangent line here and one here. So we have PA and PB. The ratio of the measure of the major arc, and they're telling you the major arc is AB, to the small arc is 5:1. So we're going to call this arc 5x. We're going to call this 1x. And we know that the entire circle equals 360 degrees. So we get 6x equals 360, so x equals 60. Therefore, this arc is equal to 300, and this arc is equal to 60. And we're supposed to find angle P, which is 1/2 of the big arc minus the small arc, which will give us 1/2 of 240, which equals 120. Okay, for number 12, we're told that PA and PB are both tangents, so that means we know that they're equal. Angle PBA is 70, so that's this angle right here is 70. So since it's an isosceles triangle, the base angles must be the same, so that one's 70. And we need to find angle P up here. So in a triangle, the sum of the three angles is 180. So 70 plus 70 will give us 140. And then angle P has to be 180 minus 140, which is 40. Okay, 13, this is probably the hardest of the whole test. So for this one, DB is 34. That's this entire piece over here, that's 34. AC is 30. But there is a rule that says that when a diameter intercepts a chord, it bisects the chord. So if AC is 30, that means each piece is 15. Okay, and just a little note that they're giving us is that DE must be bigger than BE. Okay, so this part over here is DE. Okay, so what could the length of BE be? Okay, so remember we have a rule that says that when you have two chords intersecting inside the circle, that the segments of the chords, the products of those, so 15 times 15, will equal the product of the other segments. So the other segments are BE and ED. Okay, so we're going to get 225 equals BE times ED. And now we have to figure out two numbers, when multiplied will give us the 225. Now, they gave us four choices. These were the four choices. And the only one that is going to give us the 225 is going to be this one or this one, because 9 times 25 is 225. But remember that over here, DE has to be the bigger piece. So that's this piece here. So that one would have to be the 25, and therefore BE has to be the 9. And 25 times 9 is 225, and DE, that's this, is bigger than BE, which is this. So that means DE is 25, and BE is 9. And the question is asking for BE, so the answer is 9. Okay, and this is the last one, number 14. So we're told that OA is 6, that's this piece right here, and OE is 2. Okay, but AO, that's this piece here, is a radius, and so is OB, that's also a radius. So if we know the whole radius is 6, and this little piece here is 2, that means this little piece has to be 4. We also know that this is a diameter bisecting a chord, which means that this chord is equal, this segment is equal to that segment. And we need to find the length of CE. Okay, so CE is right here. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so there's a couple of different ways you can do this. I'll show you two ways. There may be more. One way is to draw in, let me get another color here. I'll take purple. Would be to draw in a line from C to O. So we're creating a right triangle. A right triangle right there. Okay, now we already said before, we established that the radius is 6. So this line right here, the hypotenuse, that's also a radius, so that would be 6. So we have 6, we have 2, and this is our unknown that we're looking for. So 2 squared plus x squared equals 6 squared. That gives us 4 plus x squared equals 36. Subtract 4 from both sides. X squared equals 32. Take the square root of both sides, and you get x equals radical 32. But that doesn't match any of the answers, so we're going to try and simplify 32 into 16 and 2, and that will give us 4 radical 2. That was the answer. And now I can show you one other way to solve this. Okay, I need another color. Okay, this AB is a chord, and it's broken up into two segments right here. So one piece is equal to 8, and one piece over here is equal to 4. So the piece times the piece has to equal this piece times this piece. But we know that these two pieces are equal, so we can call them each x. So you get 32 equals x squared. Take the square root of both sides. And again, simplify into 16 and 2. And you will get that 4 radical 2 equals x. Okay, that's it. If you still have any questions, let me know.